Hey, what is up, guys? Master Gamer here, coming at you with another commentary and Infamous 2 walkthrough. I know it's been a while since I posted the last one. As you guys can probably already seen from my video uploads, I decided to, finish the Mass Effect 3 DLC. I've been putting that whole entire walkthrough off for about like 3 months, and I shouldn't have finished it. So I decided, when I was home, I might as well just get the rest of the footage, finish that up right quick, then come back to Infamous 2 once I was done. But then I got a little bit sidetracked and again and made some montages about it. But today's topic with this walkthrough is about it's Infamous 2 The Second Sons. Yes, it's the third installment for the Infamous franchise, and it's supposedly supposed to be releasing on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, now we already know how most of us feel about that PlayStation 4. Not the greatest thing right now that Sony can, put out on the market for us. Plus, since they are talking about making, Infamous Second Sons an exclusive thing for PlayStation 4 to help kick off, the new system. Personally, I think they shouldn't make it just exclusively for that PlayStation 4. I think they should make it for PlayStation 3, because not many of us are going to want to go out and buy that PlayStation 4 so we can play Infamous The Second Sons. Now, I cannot say that most of us will do that. I can say most of us are going to go out and just buy the PlayStation 4 so they can play, Infamous Second Sons. But from what I've seen so far from Infamous Second Sons is that when it comes to, okay, let me further explain myself. When I first saw, the trailer, it looked pretty cool. I did some further research, and they said that this time around that Infamous The Second Sons will be taking place in Seattle. So it's not going to be set in a Empire City, more New York State, or New Maria set in a Louisiana type environment. It's just going to be set in the Seattle type environment. And from what the trailer showed, that humans, like regular humans, not conduits, are sort of imprisoning conduits into a section of the city, so much like they did back in Infamous 1, where Empire City was quarantined after the blast. And from what I can see was that the trailer does not follow either the bad ending or the good ending of Infamous 2. From spoilers, if you guys have not played Infamous 2 or finna play it, if you haven't played it to beat the ending yet, don't listen to the rest of this part, because I'm about to spoil the hell out of Infamous 2. If you have, then good, keep listening. But if you don't give a fuck, then you can keep listening. So the way how Infamous 2 ended on the good side is, once you defeat the beast to the point where he's in submission, you activate the RFI, which is a ray fear inhibitor, and it basically wipes out all the people that had the radioactivity from the ray shear, and kills everybody. It kills Cole, it kills Chloe, it kills anybody that was going to soon to be a conduit or that was already a conduit, and everybody basically gets cured of the plague. Cole dies, but they still honor him as a hero, and then that's how it ends. The way how the bad ending ends, that when you side with the beast, you basically wipe out the rest of humanity so conduits can live for themselves, so that conduits are now ruling the whole entire earth, and humans are now long become extinct if you choose the bad ending. And from what I can see, that from the trailer of Second Sons, it doesn't follow either one ending. It doesn't follow the bad ending, because the bad ending says that conduits took over the world, and so humans don't exist anymore. But as we can see in the trailer, that humans are starting to run the show, and they're keeping conduits in a part of a section place of the city of Seattle. From what I can also tell is that it can't be from the good ending either, because from the ray sphere being fired, all conduits were killed. So now it can't be either the good or bad ending. So I don't know what Sucker Punch are doing. I don't know if they're trying to restart the franchise again with a new story along with a new hero. From what I can tell is, from the new hero that they're trying to say, who they're trying to portray is, he uses smoke, and when I saw that in the trailer, I couldn't really see myself using, smoke as a basic attack. I don't know, it's probably going to be a lot more to it, but from what I saw in the trailer is that looked a little bit, you know, it didn't really feel right. It's like when you're so used to, you know, you shooting electricity bolts at people because that made sense. You're using electricity, you're shocking people. But you're using smoke and you're basically teleporting, knocking people, punching people. He's sort of like the Nightcrawler. That's what I mostly thought this guy was, that they're trying to make the protagonist out to be. I thought him more of a Nightcrawler character by him using that smoke. And then, you know, at the end of the video, he picks up the camera that the people were trying to record, that was trying to record of the unit trying to capture them, saying like they basically won't be controlled or we won't be silenced. He was saying that to the camera. I'm guessing he knew that woman that you saw in the trailer was watching. It's something like this I would need with more detail about, because from that trailer, from them announcing, they don't really say too much about what's going on. I have read some stuff saying that online that he got his powers from another conduit from a bus explosion, and then that which led to him absorbing getting another conduit's powers. I don't know how Sucker Punch is planning to write this whole new Infamous franchise. I hope they don't try to experiment too much while straying away from, you know, the Cole McGrath story. In my sort of retrospect from me watching this very first trailer, from my, you know, my very first impressions is I sort of wish they didn't, you know, write those two endings like that in Infamous 2 if they were planning on making a third installment. I would love, you know, see the more of Cole McGrath and know his story. You know, they released like one DLC for Infamous 2, which was I can't remember what it was. It was about vampires. I can't remember exactly what the name of the DLC was, and that was pretty good. And you know, they didn't release any more DLC after that. So I was like, I wish they could have, you know, did a little bit more with the game, or a little bit more with Cole McGrath, since we know we all came to love and love him, whether it be, you know, good or bad Cole. It, you know, it depends on your preference. But you know, I hope Sucker Punch knows what they're doing. I hope they're handling this with care. In terms of aspect, you know, they're putting a lot of time and effort into this, because I'm guessing they're not probably going to be working on the next Sly installment. If they choose to work on the next Sly installment, they may choose, you know, put Sanzaru Games back on that project again. I don't know, but from what I can tell so far, it seems like they got pretty much the all studio on board making this next Infamous title. Hope to see more at E3. Hopefully they come up with at E3 this year with more of an in-depth story about, you know, who this new guy is. Does he have any second powers that he can use? It's not just smoke. More explanatory of how, like, humans became, you know, the dead control. We were able to control conduits and keep them in one space. I want to know how that happened. And I would like to see, does it play into any roles of, you know, Infamous 2? But from what I also know is that this game takes 2 years, I think about 2 or 4 years after the events of Infamous 2. So I'm really interested to see how were they able to write from them two endings, because which from them two endings are totally impossible. You could really write any of a third installment without trying to reboot it again and just probably write something off on the side. That would be very interesting. I really like to see how they pull this off. It just intrigues me a little bit. But overall, yeah, like I said earlier, I don't really want this to be so much of a PlayStation 4 exclusive. I sort of feel like they're trying to get us to go out and buy this crappy console. I know most of us are not going to, you know, be easily bamboozled by this. You know, we're not going to fall for the hype just for one game, but there are most of us out there that will so-called go out and just buy a PlayStation 4 for this. For that being said, if they ever do release Kingdom Hearts 3 on the PlayStation 4, I may, it's like a 50% chance I may go out and buy the PlayStation 4. But hopefully they release, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 on the PlayStation 3, so I don't have to go out, or me and my sister don't have to go out and spend like about $600 on a damn PlayStation 4 just to play this one game on it. But with that, guys, you know, tell me how you feel about it in the comments below. how do you feel about Infamous 4? What do you think of the trailer? Do you think it's going to be a great game? Do you think Sucker Punch is running in a new direction with this new hero, new storyline, new area of the Infamous franchise? Or you think they're trying to experiment a bit of what else they can do within the Infamous universe? So, you know, let me up, hit that comment box below. Let me know how you feel about it. Hit a thumbs up to keep these videos rolling, and make sure on Twitter, retweet this video, let people know about what's going on. So I'll see you later, guys. Peace.